started here. Just for everyone here that's in attendance and everyone that maybe kind of figured the a parking thing. It's okay if you guys park along the side of the building. They just don't want you parking in spots there. So just going forward, you can still park here. You don't have to park back there on the other side. Just not in those spots there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So today we're going to cover 23, 27, 26, 28, 21, and 22. So a lot of these are very short, so we should go through them fairly quickly here. Also have a few videos and a couple interesting things that I came across. So let's we'll go ahead and get started with rule 23. So loose impediments. We talked about this a lot already when we were discussing 13.4 and then bunkers. But so except when both the loose impediment and the ball lie in or touch the same hazard, any loose impediments may be removed without penalty. So the key is that both the ball and they have to be, so both the ball and it has to be, both the ball and the loose impediment have to be in the same hazard. So if your ball's outside of a hazard, you can move the loose impediment in the hazard. It's okay. If both have to be in it in order for you to get a penalty. So if the ball lies anywhere other than on the putting green, and you remove a loose impediment, and that causes the ball to move, you will get penalty under 18-2 for causing the ball to move. And on the putting green, in the rule there, this is one of those situations that's going to be X'd by the new local rule, so we don't have to worry about if the removal or the movement of the ball is directly attributable to the movement of the loose impediment. It doesn't matter if it's accidental on the putting green. You're just going to place it back. No penalty. All right. So when the ball is in motion, though, a loose impediment that might influence the movement of the ball must not be moved. So if you guys remember from one of the earlier sessions, we showed that clip of Camilo Villegas hitting the shot up the hill in Hawaii, and the ball came rolling back, and he kind of flipped it out of the way. So in that situation, he got a 2-stroke penalty because, so actually, I think he didn't know about it, and he found it after the fact. So I think he ended up actually getting disqualified. But had he known about it, he would have got a 2-stroke penalty for doing that. So because it was deemed that moving that divot out of the way could have influenced the movement of his ball. So that's right there. So if the ball's moving, can't move the loose impediment that might influence the movement. All right, and then as we've discussed in Rule 13-4, but if the ball lies in a hazard, the player cannot touch or move any loose impediments lying or touching the same hazard. Okay. Except if we're searching for a ball. So you see down here at the bottom, if we're searching for a ball in the hazard and it's covered by loose impediments, we can move those loose impediments to search and identify that ball. We just have to place them back. So a breach of this rule, match play, loss of hole, stroke play, 2 strokes. The other exception is, again, touching the line of putter on the putting green. That's all right if we are removing loose impediments and we happen to touch our line of putt when that happens. That's okay. All right, key decisions for Rule 23, 23-/1, and then 23/11. All right, any questions on 23?
The only thing, I took one of the quizzes,
yeah,
and in match play, if there is a loose impediment past the hole and my opponent wants to move it for me and I say I don't want you to move it and they go ahead and move it anyways, the way that I read it is that the opponent's disqualified. So I got a loose impediment out there that I'm using as kind of the marker, right? I want to hit it on that line and I want it left there. And if he goes ahead and moves it, he's disqualified, which I was kind of surprised at.
Do you remember what decision that was?
I remember the loss of hole or disqualified.
No, disqualified.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that too.
I would look at Rule 2, Decision 2/3, which refusal to comply with the rule in match play.
If there was
That's
another
a
one, there was another
two-stroke.
one that I read that I was kind of surprised at.
Well, 2-3 says he loses the hole.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I think it's 23-1/10 is the one that we're referencing, right?
1/10. 262.
Page 362. So it says in match play, the opponent would just lose the hole, but in stroke play, the fellow competitor would be disqualified.
You know what, I'll find it again and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So the problem with Rule 23 is it looks like a short rule, but sometimes you have to refer to
Others,
searching
right.
to
Sure.
find out what happened to the
Sure.
loose impediment, putting green.
13-4 is another hazard. Yeah, definitely. No, there's a lot of these small rules are like that, right? I mean, they seem small, but they've got other areas where
There's a lot of
further
reference.
reference. Yeah.
But it's stroke play that it's a big deal. Match play, so it's a whole.
Okay,
So,
that was a good question. So that's decision, again, just so everyone has that, decision 23-1/10 covers what that.
It was in stroke
question.
play, I'm sorry, it was stroke
Oh,
play.
right.
not
Okay.
match
Right,
play.
yep.
Stroke plays just well.
In stroke play, you'd be disqualified if you refuse to comply with that request. All right. Jump over to the next presentation here really quick.
Really?